Okay, so we're going to start standing on our mats. So feet slightly apart. Maybe the first sort of like if you were just to move around a bit and then stand, how would you stand? Okay, so keeping your arms next to the body, hanging down. And just observe how your feet are in contact with the earth. How your knees are aligned above the ankles. Hips above the knees, above the ankles. And then the pelvis bone, which sort of seems to connect both feet. It's also the container of our organs. The tailbone, the spine. Your shoulders, how are they? Are they sort of hanging low? Is there a difference maybe from one side to the other? Your chin, the back of your neck, the crown of your head. So these practices are designed also to honor this season of spring. And in spring our body asks and nature shows us that what we need to do is to detoxify from the heaviness, both physical and mental, of the winter months. The winter is always a time of coming in, and the spring one of emergence, one of coming out. So how do you stand on the earth? Conduit between the heaven above, the yang fiery energy, and the earth below, the yin, calm, cool, receptive energy. And when you inhale, you're drawing the breath, as it were, from the heavens. Inspire, okay, the spirit from the heavens through the body into the earth. And when we exhale, it's going to be through from the earth up through the body and out the crown of the head, lengthening. So we're going to bring both hands over to the right and just cover your liver. So the liver is just below the ribs on the right hand side, all the way to the sternum, and then slightly down the right hand side. So just bring your hands here to the liver. So liver and gallbladder are especially challenged in the springtime as they try to eliminate toxins from the body. So imagining the liver like a sponge, we're going to squeeze it out today, and then it can fill itself up with fresh blood, energy, opportunity. And then bring your hands to the outside of your hips and just stroke along the outside of your hips and down, as if you were stroking down the seam, the outer seam of your trousers, the gallbladder meridian, and then stroking all the way back up until you come back into standing. So we'll do this 2 more times. Stroking the outside seam of the legs down, head releases down as you go down, and then stroking all the way back up. Okay, 1 more time, stroking down the outside and all the way down and coming back up. Bring your thumbs now to the outer edge of the eyes and just gently massage here. The fingertips can be resting on the head and the thumb is massaging corner of the eye. So that's where the gallbladder meridian starts. Gallbladder being the yang, the fire energy for the liver. Very good. And then release the hands down. Let the arms swing by your sides, forward and back. Knees stay bent. Feet in contact with the earth. And let your head move with this movement quite naturally. It'll come up when your arms come up, and it'll go down when your arms go down. And then release the arms down by your side. You can shake out the fingers, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. And then shake out your legs at the same time. Very good. Okay, we're coming to the front of the mat. Sun salutations. When we do the sun salutation, we're energizing the whole body field. At the same time, it's like a prayer to the sun, to the new day. So bring both hands in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Your thumbs can touch the sternum. And maybe set an intention for this practice. And gratitude is always a beautiful one. Maybe a moment, thank you for this new day, for every breath I have, for my body. And then on the inhale, arms come up towards the sky, eyes follow the hands. On the exhale, with bent knees, touch the earth. Lower the head and then stretch the legs as far as feels comfortable. Your hands can come forward if they want. Remain here for a couple of breaths, the head down and long. And then bring your hands to your shins. Inhaling, crown of the head forward, the whole back body long. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, crown of the head forward. And then on the exhale, fingertips to the earth, right leg goes back, right knee comes down. Both arms up to the sky. This is your inhale, strong back foot, lift your heart up. On the exhale, hands to the earth, front leg goes back, we're in plank. So long through the crown of the head, long back through the heels. Find the center where the yin and the yang, the breath from the sky and the breath from the earth meet each other, just below the navel. And then bring your knees to the earth, sit back onto your heels, forehead to the ground. Inhale, coming up onto all fours. Exhale, lay the whole body down, vertebra by vertebra. Lift your right leg up as far as you can and move it back. The hands stay underneath the shoulders. Lift the left leg up and draw it all the way back. On the next inhale, use the impulse of the inhale to come up into Cobra. And use the exhale, lengthening off the spine as you come down to the earth again. And then on the next inhale, we'll come up onto all fours, tuck our toes under and move back into downward facing dog. And now here, if you want, you can just move your heels to the earth as if you were walking without moving. So walking, in fact, activates the digestive system. So it also helps eliminate the toxins. Keep your head loose and just bend one knee as you reach the opposite heel to the earth. and then the other. So walk slowly, treading the ground gently. And you might even sense the connection of your feet and legs to the lower belly. Maybe. And then find your place of stillness, reaching the sit bones up towards the sky. Tailbone, like your tail reaching up towards the sky. And your eyes come forward in between the hands. And then bring your left leg forward, right knee to the ground as we were in the first round. Both arms up towards the sky. Beautiful. On your inhale, and then fingertips to the earth, back leg to the front, bow down deeply. And then come up, one swift movement all the way, fingertips up, eyes up. And then on the exhale, create a wide circle around you, reaching through the fingertips and bring the arms down by your sides. Inhaling, coming up. So we're going to continue. Other side, eyes move up. Exhale, bowing forward, head to the earth, fingertips to the earth. Hands to the shins as we inhale and lengthen. On the exhale, left leg is going to come back, left knee to the earth. Both arms up towards the sky. Find your breath here. And then hands to the earth, back into plank. Reaching back through the heels and forward through the crown of the head. And then knees to the earth, sit back onto your heels, touch the earth with your forehead. Coming up via all fours, through all fours, to lay the body down onto the earth. Find room in your lower back by shimmying your legs back, moving them back, hands underneath the shoulders, fingertips, same line as the top of the shoulder. Next inhale, rise. And on the exhale, surrender down to the earth. And then coming up onto all fours, from here moving back into downward facing dog. Keeping your knees bent, reach the tailbone up towards the sky. So it's as if you were purposely creating a curve in the lower back. And now let your head drop completely, crown of the head down towards the earth, and your eyes can move backwards towards the feet. And then bring your tailbone in towards your chin. So head is down, you're looking towards your feet, and the tailbone in towards your chin. So you're rolling the back, creating a round back. And then on the next inhale, head comes forward, tailbone comes up. It's as if we were doing the cat-cow pose, except we're in downward facing dog. So keep this movement in your own breath rhythm. And then find stillness. Look forward. Bring your right leg forward in between your hands. Left knee comes down. Both arms up towards the sky. And then fingertips to the earth, back leg to the front, bow down deeply. And then coming up, one long inhale all the way up. Follow your hands to the sky. And then on the exhale, reaching through the fingertips, arms come down by your sides. Beautiful. This time we're going to add a little back bend. So arms come up by the sides all the way up, and they stay slightly in front of your head, the hands. And then looking into your hands, open backwards. So reach your arms back, lift your heart up, forward, strong legs. Next inhale, come back to center. And then on the exhale, you surrender down to the earth, head to knee. Crown of the head forward on the inhale. On the exhale, your right leg will go back. This time we're going to keep the right knee off the ground. Left knee bends, both arms up. Touch the sky, inhaling. Exhaling, hands come down, front leg goes back into plank. The option here is always to leave your knees on the ground, but try and keep them up, assisting the body here to detoxify, to create heat. And then knees to the earth, sit back onto your heels, bow down, touch the earth with your forehead. And then coming up via all fours to lay the body down vertebra by vertebra. Hands underneath the shoulders. Come up on your inhale into cobra. See if you can reach that little bit more through the heart. And then on your exhale, surrender down to the earth. And find your own way back into downward facing dog. So take the sort of little poses you might need in between in your own time until you settle in here. So downward facing dog actually feels like coming home in a way. So your upper arms as if they were reaching out towards the sides, and the lower part of your arms as if they were magnetized by one another and drawing in towards one another. So this will keep your arms strong and your shoulders broad. On the next inhale, this time we're going to lift the left leg up. On the inhale, all the way as far as you can go. Eyes stay forward. And then bend the left knee. And then push the left foot over to the right. See if you can still square your shoulders. So you're creating like this opening in the hips. And then bring the knee in towards your navel and the foot forward in between your hands. Right knee comes down. Beautiful. Inhaling, both arms up. Touch the sky. Exhaling, fingertips to the earth, back leg to the front. Bow down deeply. Inhaling, coming up one long movement until your fingertips touch the sky. And exhaling, as if you were tracing the circumference of the sun with your fingertips. And then stand here for a moment with your hands along your sides. Sense possibly that something has already shifted. Arms up to the sky, next inhale. And this time we're going to keep the thumb and the index fingers together and open the palms forward. Look up at your hands. On the next inhale, reach your arms up from the feet and back. So a back bend in your own breath to see what breath suits you to be here. And then coming back to center, as it were, touching the sky. On the next exhale, we touch the earth, head to knee. Hands to the shins. Head comes forward on the inhale. Next exhale, fingertips to the earth, left leg goes back. We're going to keep the left knee up. Both arms up towards the sky. Find your balance here. On the exhale, both hands to the earth, come back into plank. Strong, reaching through the crown of your head and back through the heels. Does your breath change here, or can you keep it steady and quiet? and then knees to the earth. Sit back onto your heels, crown of the head to the earth, and then come up and lay the body down. So same as we did before, taking your time. Very good. Tops of the feet on the earth. Next inhale, come up into cobra. On the exhale, release back down. And then find your own way back into downward facing dog. Smooth, fluid movements. Every movement is honoring the possibility, capability we have of moving this wonderful body. On the next inhale, you can bring your left foot a little bit more towards the center. As the right leg rises, your eyes forward in between the hands. See if you can still square your shoulders. If your shoulders weren't moving, but just the hips and the legs. Bend your right knee and then push the right foot over to the left. So notice we're opening also the back of the legs here, so the kidneys, or rather the bladder meridian on the back of the leg. And then bring that knee, the right knee in towards your navel, foot forward in between the hands, left knee comes down. Inhaling, both arms up towards the sky, eyes move up. On the exhale, fingertips to the earth, front leg to the back, bow down deeply. And then pushing through the feet, come up all the way, arms up by your sides, touch the sky. And on the exhale, reach through the fingertips. Bring your arms down by your sides. Beautiful. And then keep your feet sort of inner hip distance apart. The knees can always be slightly bent rather than locking them back. Keep them slightly bent. Now we're going to lift our arms up, but keep our wrists and our fingertips very loose. Okay, so we lift up the arms and the fingertips are draping downwards. And as we lift up the arms, we're going to move the weight to the right foot and lift the left knee up with the hands. If the hands were drawing the knee up all the way. And then on the next exhale, we're going to bring that left leg back. Okay, very good. Arms can come behind us. This helps with the balance. And then inhaling, both arms up towards the sky. Eyes come up. And then we're going to move towards the left, to the side of the mat, both heels in, fingertips out. And on the exhale, bend the elbows, sit down into goddess pose. Palms of the hands facing forward. Beautiful. Inhaling up, turn towards the back of the mat. Left foot is forward, back foot on the toes, reaching back through the heel. Very good. And then both arms up again. And now we're going to bring the arms out towards the side and twist over the front foot and look back. So we're twisting over to the left. Come back to center or come back to the back of the mat, arms up, and then turn towards the right, and we'll meet in goddess pose again. Beautiful. That's it. Okay. Up towards the front of the mat, arms come back, and then arms lift up, soft elbows and soft wrists. Arms lift up, left leg lifts up, and then place the left foot down. Super. And we'll do that on the other side as well. So I'm changing to the other side of the mat so I can keep seeing you. So right foot will come up with the hands. Okay, so find balance here, find focus, lower belly. On the next exhale, right foot goes all the way back, both arms come up towards the sky. And then we turn towards the right, goddess pose, bent elbows, palms of the hands forward. Come down as deep as you can. Beautiful. Arms come up as we turn towards the right. Again, we're facing the back of the mat, left foot up. And then arms out by your side, shoulder height, reaching away, and then we twist over the front right leg. Inhaling, coming up, arms come up, facing the back of the mat, and then we turn towards the left and we meet in goddess pose, elbows bent, beautiful. Inhaling, coming back, turn towards the front of the mat, both arms come up, heart reaches up, and then arms become soft, elbows soft, hands soft, and we bring the back leg forward and knee comes up as it did at the beginning. And then reach it down. Beautiful. Okay, one more time, each side. So bent elbows, soft wrists, left leg comes up, fingertips, draw the knee up as high as you can. Lower belly is active, and maybe even there's a slight sort of forward movement of the sacrum. And then left leg goes back, arms come up. And now we're going to bend the elbows here and lift up as we would in goddess pose, but in Anjaneyasana. Beautiful. And then both arms come down by your sides, up parallel to the earth in front of you, and then twist both arms over and back towards the right. So you're looking over the back hand. Arms come forward, lift your arms up, turn towards the left, find goddess pose here. Beautiful. Arms come up, twist towards the back of the room, arms stay up, come down parallel to the earth, and then they sweep over the front leg towards the left. Look towards the back arm. Inhale, coming up, arms come up, back into goddess pose, bent elbows, beautiful. Inhaling, coming back towards the front of the mat, lift your arms up high, and then bending the elbows, soft wrists, we're going to draw that back leg and the knee up towards the sky. And then release it down to the earth. Beautiful. Okay, other side. So soft arms, right knee comes up with the hands. On the exhale, right leg moves back. Arms can go back to assisted. Arms come up, eyes move up. Bend your elbows out towards the side. Lift your heart up towards the sky. And then release, arms move up as you turn towards the left and you find goddess pose here, bending your elbows. Inhaling up, turn towards the back of the mat. Arms out 90 degrees, parallel to the earth. And then move over the right leg to the right. Twisting, coming back to center, arms come up, move to the side, goddess pose. Inhaling, coming back to center, arms come up, turn towards the left. Release your arms down, and then soft elbows, soft wrists. Draw that back right leg up towards the sky, and then release it down. Close your eyes. See how you're standing here now. Feet can be slightly apart. So how does your body now feel in contact with the earth? When you breathe, can you open also the back of your body? Can you sense the breath moving through your back body? And now we're going to come down into a squat. So you can roll up the back of your mat. If you find it difficult to squat, you can, roll the mat up and sort of make your heels come slightly higher, or you could sit back on a cushion if you need it. And if you find it easy, you'll come down with me now like this, keeping your elbows to the inside of the knees and the hands together. Okay, your back long. And now we're going to connect to the lower belly. On every exhale, the lower belly is going to come in. It'll feel forceful. The inhale will happen naturally. So Kapalabhati Pranayama. So take a deep inhale and then exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And then inhale without quite filling your lungs, and exhale forcefully. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale completely. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. Bring your chin to your chest. Keep the breath held inside. And draw the pelvic floor up towards you. And then release the breath. And come down and lie on your back. Keep your knees bent, your feet on the earth, and just move your body back to lie on the ground. So make sure your shoulder blades are flat on the earth, your feet are flat on the earth. And now we're going to bring the right knee in towards us, interlace the hands over the shin, and we're going to draw the knee in as far as possible towards the lungs, towards the liver. Remember the idea of a sponge. So we're squeezing out this side of our body. And then reach the left leg long without touching the earth. Let it remain parallel to the earth. And then bring your chin up towards the knee. So rather than rolling your head forward, see if you can keep your chin reaching forward. Okay, as high as you can. See if you can lift the shoulder blades off the ground. And then we're going to switch legs, keeping the head up. We move the left knee in, and you can really draw the knee in as your head even comes a little bit higher. Right leg outstretched, spread the toes. And then quite dynamically, we're going to change between one side and the other. So imagining we're really squeezing out the organs in the torso, giving them, as it were, an internal massage. Okay, so stay here a little bit longer. Observe that you're not clenching your teeth. You might sense tension in the neck. Stay with that just a little bit longer. And then bring both knees in towards you. Lay your head down. Release all the muscles around the neck. And then you can gently move from side to side. Massage the sacrum. And then bring your hands onto your knees and make, as it were, circles with the knees together. So you're moving and massaging the whole of the pelvis. So you'll notice there could be some tender spots as you go towards the sides. And then change directions. Beautiful. And then bring both feet down towards the earth. And then lengthen your legs down all the way. Your arms up and back until you're lying like a starfish on the earth. So you might even want to notice these connections in the body. Between your left toes and the right hand, and between your left hand and the right toes. And then clench your hands into a fist. Roll your toes in towards your feet. And then draw all your muscles in towards the center, as if you were really squeezing the whole body out. Really squeezing, 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 squeezing. Even more. All the muscles on your face. So make a really strange face. Squeeze everything together. And then release completely. 2 more times. Squeeze everything together. Release completely. Squeeze all your muscles. Also those on your face, really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release completely. Observing your breath flowing deeply in and out of the body. Noticing how you are in contact with the earth. And then roll over to the right hand side, maybe by collecting your limbs first and bringing them in towards you, and then you roll over to the right hand side and come up to a seated position. Taking your own time, keeping your eyes closed. Thumb and index finger touching. And observing how your breath flows at the moment. And then see if you can reconnect to the inspire, the inspiration, the inhale which comes from the heavens down through your body into the earth, and the exhale which comes from the earth up to your body. And the poet Hafiz, in his conversations with God, says, God said, I am made whole by your life. Each soul completes me. God said, I am made whole by your life. Each soul completes me. Just remaining here, observing this beautiful movement of the breath. Maybe also allowing our day to unfold. So every new day is a new opportunity to meet ourselves. And if you wish, you can remain here in this centeredness and quietness. Basically, enjoying, taking pleasure in the fruit of your yoga practice. And I bring my hands together in front of my heart and bow to the beauty of this life, to your presence in my life, to the gifts of heaven and earth, and may we remember to stay centered inside whatever happens on the outside.